This podcast is brought to you by Primary Arms. Primary Arms seeks to provide the best shopping experience for everything firearms. With over 13,000 products from over 400 top brands, Primary Arms carries a complete selection of rifles, handguns, firearms parts, shooting gear, apparel, and more. Every order comes with a commitment to superior service, backed by fast shipping and an expert support team. Primary Arms, serving freedom since 2008. Find out more at frn.deals/PA. Welcome to the AR-15 podcast. This show is for you if you just bought your first rifle or if you've been building them for years. There is something we can all do to take our black rifles to the next level. My name is Nick Dooley, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Garth Hofer.
Hi.
Hi, how we doing?
You know, I'm not too bad. It was a fun weekend for me. We had our local county fair, and I got decleated by a rodeo clown. And
I've seen a video of that.
There's a few videos floating around. I got about 80 different angles of it. So, you know, maybe for those faithful listeners of ours, I'll post it to the Instagram and Facebook so they can enjoy a laugh. And I mean, I got some whiplash out of it, so I've been hurting the last day or two, but I still came out victorious because the rodeo clown broke his collarbone.
I shouldn't laugh at that near as hard as I am.
I felt so bad, man. Once I found out about it, I went back to the back of the arena. I was like, dude, I am so sorry, man. Now, this is your livelihood. And he's like, no, man, that was cool. If you and I could do that every performance, it'd be awesome. I'm like, same result. He's like, well, maybe not the collarbone, but yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like, yeah, it was great. So we got tethered together. It was I was in one harness and he was in the other, and the goal was we had two girls standing about 20 yards away from each of us, and you had a rubber ball and you had to dunk it in the hoop, basically. And he's like, all right, when the announcer says go, we're just going to take off running in opposite directions. I'm like, no, that sounds like an awful idea. And me being my size, and this dude, he's pretty solid. He's like 6'5", 220. He's not a small guy. He's pretty well built. He just took off on a dead sprint when that guy said go, and I just stood there like a sack of potatoes. And he hit that line, and man, I went ass over tea kettle backwards. It was a sight to behold. So yeah, I've got about, like I said, 80 videos from different angles of everyone in the county fair. I mean, as soon as I walked in the arena, about 100 phones just raised up to people's faces so they could record. I'm like, ah, crap, here it goes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That was great because I could not be there.
Yeah.
I was off doing other things. And we do apologize for the no-show last week.
Yeah, things got hectic.
Yep, things got hectic. Myself, we dashed off for a quick, like, last hurrah little mini vacation with the family before school started. And everything else turned to complete chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And of the last 10 days, I have spent 2 of them in my bed.
Been on the road a little bit.
Yes, I have. Well, it's only been, 4 states, but
yeah,
the remoteness of where I was at in them is kind of like like larger than the distance some bands cover on a European tour.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Nope. So I was off doing family things, and then I got to do something this was a first for me, and I wasn't quite sure how I felt rolling into it, but I, with my position I've taken on in the Guard, with marksmanship for the state, I I went to our regional competition, but this is the first time I did not go as a competitor.
Hmm.
I went and ran all of the rifle matches. So
Oh, gotcha.
I spent the last, the past 3 days just standing on a known distance range, yelling into the mountains at 85 shooters. And, we were conducting, matches from 600 meters to 25.
Nice.
And I ran all of the rifle matches for that. I I
Very cool.
I did get to compete in 2 of them, one rifle match and one pistol match. We are not going to
Did
talk
you
about
win?
the match.
Okay.
No, we can. There is a definite learning to be had as to what happened on that.
Hmm.
Well, I have, this is one of those things where the people don't like it when you call things a game, and I routinely
Hmm.
I'm like, "Well, this is like, yes, this is, you know, excellence in competition, and this is, this type of shooting, but it's a game, and
Yeah.
we're figuring out the best way to shoot at this game." And it's, I'm using an ACOG and a 20-inch M16A4 and, the EPR 855A1 ammunition. Shoot
Hmm.
targets, it's ostensibly you're trying to shoot a golf ball at 500 meters, because that's the size of the X ring. And, that's what you want is, but, so this year I did not, and this is not anyone's fault but my own. Uh,
Yeah.
I did not get to compete in some of the other matches that a lot of other people will, where you can kind of, oh, wait, like those little mistakes you make at a match.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have this. So I didn't get to do any of that. I grabbed my rifle cold and go, all right, I know I got a good zero on this. I put a 100-yard zero on this.
Hmm.
And I say that, and I go up to I've been running this range all morning, and I pull out my notes from the last time I shot at competition, and I
Yeah.
crack them open, and like I have target drawings and like super into this thing. And I see what my holds were for 500 meters. And I'm like, all right, man, this is going to be awesome. And I proceed to shoot everything 8 inches below the silhouette. Like,
Oh man.
dump a couple rounds into the dirt. Everything is just like, from where I want it, almost a full 2.5 feet low.
Hmm.
Yeah, because all of my data that I had notes for was on a 264-yard zero, not a 100-yard zero. There is a very large difference.
Yeah. Oh, but that was enjoyable for some people.
No, there was a what happened, bud? And then I explained it, and they all laughed and went, "Ha ha, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that I can see how that happened. You should have known better, you big dummy." Yep, I am a big dumb animal, folks. That's exactly what happened. Now, pistol, on the other hand, pistol, pistol, I did pretty all right on.
Hmm.
These are some of the best shooters in the nation, and in my opinion, not even my opinion, and quite frankly, some of the best shooters in the world.
Yeah.
And I placed in the top 20 of them. So I will take a top 20 finish in
Nice.
in that crowd with a handgun. And I still, after I figured out what I had done, because I still couldn't figure it out at the 300-meter line when I kept moving in.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the 200-meter kneeling. I finally figured out what or 300-meter kneeling. I figured out what I had done and went, oh, this is amazing. I am an idiot. And then I kind of came back and redeemed myself a little bit on my last two stages, which were standing and up close,
Mm-hmm.
and did really well on those.
No, that's good.
So I need to do a lot more mid distance shooting with my rifle again.
Yeah, yeah. That's partially my fault. When you hang out with me, we don't do long distance shooting. I'm not a fan of it, and even mid range shooting. I prefer the up close personal stuff.
Well, it's just one of those I've gotta get out and shoot 500 yards and in. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the main thing is I've just got to start reaching out with that ACOG to 500 yards.
Yep.
Now, it's not gonna say I'm not gonna do all the fun, cool stuff too, because I still have time to do that. But I just need to get some of those 400 and 500-meter shots in.
Yep. It's well, I mean, you have the land to do that outside of you know
Yeah,
outside the guard, but I mean, otherwise, it's hard to find in a public range. Even my stuff isn't past 350, so
yeah, it can be
not a big
difficult
deal.
to get to some of those distances, and I am fortunate enough
Mm-hmm.
to have that capability. Also, if my voice sounds extra gravelly, it's because I spent 3 days yelling at everyone.
No, you had to yell at people.
Well, not really yelling, just using my range voice.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this is when Craig likes to talk about my like extra cool voice.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, one thing when we visited about, so that's what we've been doing. I have a lot of kind of neat products and stuff that I've seen come up from that, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, I had a lot of really great people I was hanging out with when I was out on the ranges. But
Yeah.
there was one piece of gear that I saw a wide variety of,
Mm-hmm.
and that's rifle bags. And like not just when I say rifle bags, I don't mean like rifle bags as a rest. I mean like
Yeah.
the bags you would carry a rifle in.
Bags. We talked about bags a while back, and I'll be honest. The first time we did, I couldn't have gave two craps about them. I didn't think bags served a purpose because we're so remote that I mean, I'd never used one. I mean, I just kept a rifle in the pickup, and that was that. And yeah, I had a handgun, and that was good enough for me. But now, especially since I mean, some people know I'm no longer a motorcycle guy. I'm a Jeep guy. I'm a Jeep Wrangler guy. I'm in the duck Jeep category now, and especially since that, uh, a bag has become crucial to my setup in my Jeep. I actually carry one daily in there just for the purpose of medical gear and for a small foldable rifle. And I never thought I would be that guy. And to transition from 2 years ago to not making fun of guys who carried bags and stuff like that, now to having several that I can't choose which one I want to carry daily is a, a vast improvement. So for me, anyway.
Yeah, but that's all part of that, growth cycle and the ever-changing, environment of which we live in, etc. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I I kind of always have been a bag guy, but I rarely carried like I had bags capable of rifles or of carrying rifles, and the bag I used the most for that was always for like ruck marching and hunting.
Yeah.
And it was not a concealment bag by any means. It was,
Yeah.
oh, that dude has a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And I have even changed how that is because now I modified that bag to where it just looks like a standard frame backpack,
Yep.
and I can carry a short barreled rifle or a exceedingly large pistol inside of that with no issues.
Yeah.
And when I was out at this match, because everyone is carrying all their gear with them and takes it very seriously, a lot of people carry, as I call it, ancillary gear on the range with them. So everyone has their
Mm-hmm.
kit, they have their helmet, their chest rig with all their mags, and battle belts and, miles and miles of tactical nylon. And,
Yeah.
you start to see a lot of guys have a bag and they would have this backpack. A lot of them were, I mean, there's in the world of which that I was just at, there's two main, like two companies that really kind of compete for everything there. And
Mm-hmm.
that is Everly Stock and Mystery Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, I am Team Everly Stock just because I hitched my wagon to that several years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I have I have used the Everly Stock bags more times than I can actually probably count. I know I've taken them when we've gone to training classes. I've
Mm-hmm.
I've used my big Hercules duffel that has a rifle case in the bottom of it,
Yeah.
and then I have an EDC pack, which is their little trick, which I actually saw one guy running his M4 like collapse down. With that pack
Really.
expanded out, it will fit an M4.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. So just gives me another reason why I like that little pack.
Actually, I'm not even sure which model this one is. I myself have. I'm still not 100% on the rifle bags. I'm not saying they're bad, like the everyday carry stuff. It's just not for me. I'm a farmer. I don't have to worry about things like that. But I do like the Vertex commuter bags. They're fantastic. I mean, I've got two or three of them currently. Just by looking at them, you'd never know what a guy has in there. They're not uh, tactical, I guess, is what I would the word I would use. It just looks like a normal backpack. I mean, in a sense, it looks like that nature rugged adventure guy that he's just gonna carry. And now I know I'm not that guy because I'm a hefty boy, and they know that I'm not gonna go hiking off in the mountains or anything like that. But it's not gonna raise enough suspicion for anyone to be like, I think that guy's got a gun stuffed away in that backpack. And I don't think that's crucial in today's world, but I also like it that it doesn't draw attention. And the packs that they've been coming out with lately, especially Vertex, have just been fantastic for that. And so, and again, mine, I've got fire rescue strapped on the bottom of mine, and I want people to know that because I have mostly medical gear in there, and that's the main purpose of that pack in my Jeep currently. But I actually am looking for a larger backpack to put in my pickup as well because I'd like to, like you said, you can collapse a full rifle into them if you truly want to. And I wouldn't mind doing something along those lines for my pickup too, just to deter people from looking for things they don't need to look for.
Exactly.
So
I have long, like everyone has heard me preach before, like as everyone has at some point been told, your car is not a holster. And I
hmm
definitely have used mine as such in the past.
yeah,
One of the Vertex bags that I've been really interested in, I do like that. And this isn't going to be just a commercial for Vertex, guys. But
it's not. But we did run into the at GunCon, and they had some fantastic products.
yep, I
So
so I am a rather large human.
mm,
So I like a rather large bag. Now, the
yeah,
one problem with having a rather large bag is you tend to fill it.
yes,
And the one thing I will say, like, the Vertex Gamut and some of those sizes are awesome bags. They have dedicated rifle bags. They had a pack that I really kind of wanted,
hmm
and it was their VTAC rifle bag,
yeah.
and just was enamored by how that hooked up on the back of the seat.
No, uh, they had several different ones that would actually connect to the back of the seat that would actually free up space, and I appreciated that. Especially our friends over at Lockdown, which we should talk to them about coming on. You could do that similar thing to your wall as well and stuff. So I really did like the setups they had for that.
Yep, and so Garth, you were talking about like now you're looking at bags and you kind of changed how you think about them.
I did, yeah.
So, and you're looking at them more as well as I'm gonna say covert, not because like we're trying to be super sneaky or anything like that, but you don't
hmm
want a flashing neon sign that says gun.
Well, not anymore. I mean, I resorted back to my vehicle. You said you don't want to make your vehicle your holster, and with the Jeep, it's kind of hard to hide a rifle without screaming, "Hey, I have a rifle." It's really easy to peer into a guy's window and go, "Oh, there's a gun." And so now I've got to get creative, and I'm considering trading my pickup and possibly getting a Bronco down the road. And I want to get creative about how I'm going to have a gun in there because as much as I'm going to use that for the farm use, I'm also going to be commuting and driving to Pier or Sioux Falls or Rapid City, and I don't need to advertise. Yeah, I mean, my vehicle's still going to scream redneck, but I don't need to advertise that. Hey, I've got things in here that people might want to take from me, if you will,
Yep.
illegally.
So you're looking at it as kind of that. Hey, I'm gonna to have a gun, but not scream. This guy has a gun, and that is where a handful of these bags really, really like do incredibly well. And most of my experience when it comes to like rifle bags and that the like are the exact opposite. Like, of course, from what I've been doing, it's all very overt, not covert.
hmm Yeah.
You know, what's going on? Oh, that dude's just taking his rifle for a walk.
Those Second Amendment auditor guys, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite that guy, but
Mm.
that's very much so what I kind of, you know, a lot of my gear has been tailored to because it's, oh, well, I'm going to wear this when I go hunting, or I will wear this for a match. I'll take this here.
hmm
Like my, the one that probably isn't the most is that Hercules duffel that I've taken everywhere. Like I've took it on this last deployment. I've, you know, all sorts of stuff because it has a rifle case built into the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it just looks like a giant wheeled duffel bag.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's multifunctional. So.
But again, as a guy who's had a couple giant wheeled duffel bags, there's really only like one kind of person who has a giant wheeled duffel bag in that color.
Yeah.
Oh, this will totally help me blend in with myself.
Yep. Oh,
Uh,
funny.
but what are some other things you wanted to talk about when you're talking about bags here?
Man, well, obviously, concealment's the biggest thing for me, and I think we've beat that horse to death. But just having everything in one place, I can't stress it enough. I thought when I first got on the fire department and started looking about being ready and having readiness prepared, I thought I was pretty solid. And the more videos and the more people I listened to, it wasn't there because my pickup I had spaced out so vast. You know, I had medical gear over here, I had ammunition over here, I had, survival food over here, and to me that didn't make sense because I was like, well, I'm ready to, bunker down in my pickup, like say a snowstorm hits and I'm on the road, and I might be able to survive 5 days in my pickup, but what happens if I have to pick up and go? Okay, I've got two armfuls of stuff that I can't go anywhere with. So it really became about condensing what I had and being able to move with it. Now, I know a lot of people have go bags in the city and stuff like that, and I never really have thought about having that option because I don't go. I stay. That's my option. It's not to go anywhere. It's to hunker down and stay. But in a vehicle situation where I might need to get up and go, it really becomes about being ready, and that's my, I think, favorite thing about a good sourced bag is being able to, like you said, have enough space to get the things you actually need to survive in it, and being able to leave your vehicle, which no one ever wants to do, but in a situation where you might have to, I want to be able to have enough, water, food, and self survival stuff to get me from A to B to C to D to E so I can get home to Z. But I want
So
to be able to do that in a, yeah,
you
go on.
you hit on one of my like giant pet peeves with the preparedness community and things of that, and it's
Uh huh.
the quote bug out bag end quote. And well,
Yeah.
yes, there are people in situations where the best thing you can do is to bug out. And I understand that.
Yeah.
But realistically, for most people, the best possible option would be to bug in. Because again,
Hmm.
like, hey, I bought all this stuff. I have the stuff and the things for the things and the
Yeah.
stuff. So I should be where the stuff and things are.
Yep.
But what you were dancing around and stuff like that, and then so delicately avoided saying is best articulated in what I would call a get home bag.
Yes.
And it's not the okay, I'm gonna carry 3 MREs and 120 rounds of
Hmm.
of, of 5.56. And I have these awesome fire starting shoelaces, and I'm gonna, like all of those things. Like, yeah, it's
Yep.
cool. You can totally do that. But it is like we live in a place where it gets cold. And
Yeah.
you know, having that get home bag where you have like an Altoid tin packed with cotton balls that have been rubbed in Vicks.
Hmm.
So you have something that can start a fire, and then a cheapo Bic lighter, in a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll do a lot. And
Hmm.
you're probably not going to be traversing thousands upon thousands of miles.
No.
maybe like 10. And
Possibly, yeah.
it's okay, well, I need to have this stuff. And when it comes to a vehicle, like vehicles are awesome. And this is something that I have ran into a lot myself, like when it
Hmm.
comes to a vehicle, because listen, when I move into a vehicle, I do just that. Like I take up residency.
Oh yeah. No. I don't own the seat. I own the whole space.
Yeah, like this is mine. And it's like, oh, what's this? I know once we went on a trip and my wife said something to you and you said, I'm with your husband. Like I don't need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she goes, "Where's your first aid kit?" And I said, "I'm with Nick. He is my first aid kit."
He's got it. He just didn't tell me where. And I did.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's over here. This is here. This is here. All right, ready, break.
Yep.
But like this, I have become so used to like even when I go and teach a class,
Hmm.
having my vehicle there that I'm just like, nope, I have this stuff with me. Where if I don't have that vehicle and I go to the range, I am almost lost.
Yeah. No, it's like a part of you is missing, so to speak, and it's strange.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like, I need the part that's underneath the back seat of my pickup. Okay.
No, I get it. It's like jumping in my buddy's vehicle and we go down the pier, and I'll be sitting there fidgeting for a while, and he'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, normally, if I jump in one of my vehicles, I know I have a backup piece that I can wear when we're going out, and I totally forgot to put on a EDC today, and so I'm looking for mine, and it's not in here, and we're in your vehicle, and now I don't have a gun, and I'm nervous now, so I get it.
Yes. Yes, those things happen. I don't keep those backup pieces in there just because I am the guy who is always armed.
I know I get it, and that's why I do it
They
because I'm
they
like, hey,
they made jokes about me having a gun in the shower.
yeah.
And I was, in communal showers, and they're like, "Okay, I saw what you brought in here. Where's it at? Eh, Did you hide it in your prison purse?" No, no, I did not. But no, that is a very real thing. Is when you get so ingrained in everything you do. But getting back to kind of what we were talking about with bags, you can have that bag that you've kind of prepped and ready to go, where it doesn't matter what you're in,
Mhm.
you have it all. And I have kind of done that now as well, because like I talk about my EDC bag, my everyday carry, and I don't carry
Yep.
this. I have two. I have one that I take to work to my normal job that
Mhm.
I use as a glorified lunchbox,
Yeah.
but I also have my other one that I take to other jobs, and that's the one that carries my laptop when we go to classes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And like I did take it on our latest expedition where we went to, and I mean, it does have the capability for concealing a pistol. I did not use
Mhm.
that because I just carried one on my body,
Yeah.
but it had the capability to do that and to be low profile. But it has medical stuff, the things I'd need, some lickies and chewies to get me by till I found something to eat, and you know that type of stuff. But carrying that EDC bag with me because, like if I jump in my Jeep or back in my diesel pickup or something like that, like, yeah, I've got survival and medical kits and all this stuff
Mm-hmm.
in about every vehicle. If I'm
Yep.
going to take off somewhere, I just grab my bag and throw it in with me and away we go. And I have
Mm.
all of that stuff with me, and that's more or less what it is kind of that get home bag.
So, what would you say to a guy like me 2 years ago who is just kind of convinced that he goes, you know what, I don't need it. It sounds awesome in theory, but what would be your biggest selling point to get someone to switch over?
I would say think about it. Like, sit down and think about when it is that you. Actually, what I'd probably do is I'd go, all right, so you got everything you need in your vehicle, and yep, everything I need is in my pickup.
Hmm.
And then I would go, all right, are you always in your vehicle?
Yeah, fair point. Fair
Well,
point, man. That's it. Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, but like I'm always close enough to it, and like if I was talking to a you 2 years ago, I would be arguing
Mm.
with a wall sometimes because I'd be like, "All right, well, what if you jumped in your truck?" You'd be like, "Oh, well, I keep
Yep.
something there too." All right, well, do you keep first aid there? Well, like I could. Yeah, you could. We could drop $1,000 on first aid kits and just tie them to telephone poles around the county.
Oh, I can't. I almost did that now because every vehicle I own has a first aid kit in it now.
Yep. But it's still like I get having every vehicle having one, but also you know, hey, I could do this, or I can pick up
Mm,
this bag and I can take it with
mm.
me.
Yeah, I think my biggest selling point would be, you know, back in my 20s, it was more about a look for me. I wanted to be cool, and I guess maybe now the kids are doing it and carrying backpacks everywhere, so it doesn't matter. But back when I was younger, no one did that. It was that strange period of the early 2000s and stuff, and no one was into that. So I don't care now. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. I am about as single as they come, but I also like having extra space. And so if I have a backpack, I can store a lot of crap in there, man. My first experience wearing one without actually having stuff in it was SHOT Show. And I love cargo pants, but man, after a while, your belt really is doing a lot of work to keep those babies up. You start filling pockets up, but you have a backpack and all of a sudden, holy cow, it's
It's like
it's
this
just
thing
like
was made for carrying stuff.
it was like it was made for carrying stuff. Who knew? So yeah, I mean, I just like the aspect of just having that extra space. I enjoy bringing my phone charger and my headphones and an extra water bottle or two, and just being able to, like you said, having a couple snacks. I'm a hefty boy. I mean, there's lunch, there's pre-lunch, there's after pre-lunch. There's brunch. There's a lot of crap out there. I'm a hungry guy. Okay, get off my back. So
Nope. And it's great to have those because you can get a grip on them, just like you can get a grip on VZ grips. The unique features of VZ grips, they're made from a solid block of G10. And G10 is great because it's durable and doesn't get slippery when it's muddy, bloody, or wet. So you can always get a good hold on it. There are more than 23 color options available. And you can get them in a variety of textures from mild to extreme. 1911 grips, Beretta grips, even some CZ and revolver grips. Different palm swells, safety cuts, and bottom profiles are available. And if you use the code AR-15 podcast, you will get how much percent off, Garth?
10%.
10% off. And that was a segue.
That was.
Like that one even caught you by surprise.
It got me.
That's right. That's what we're here to do, folks.
Speaking of grips, and not to get completely off the subject of bags, but can I just throw out a little something to our friends over at Palmetto State, man? I picked up a couple handguns the other day, and I am madly in love with them. I am so impressed, guys. If you're looking for a solid handgun to go out and buy right now, go out and check out our friends at Palmetto State. They have these beautiful Dagger PSA 9 millimeters in full size. You can pick a slide up for $200, a frame up for 50, and you can have a nice solid gun for $250.
Well,
It's
and
a
and right now their ad this week, it is PSA Dagger Days.
yeah. And so I went out and got two of them because I can't do anything just single alone. And they're threaded barrels right now. It's fantastic. So love them so much. It's a quality pistol. Nick and I actually went out to the range and shot a couple. Oh, about what, 2 weeks ago?
The 3 now, I believe.
Three. Okay, yeah. Solid guns. I can't stress enough. For $250, we have a friend calls them the Carolina High Point, and I couldn't think of a better name for them. So,
Well, I can't. They're better than a High Point because they actually
oh,
work.
oh no, they're superior to a High Point. But man, I mean, I have bear paws for hands. So does Nick, and these fit my hands fantastically. I mean, they're
Yes,
solid guns.
I ordered a frame, or am ordering a frame, uh, to replace a Gen 3 Glock I have laying around
Mm,
because I cannot shoot Glocks. I
yeah,
cannot shoot a Gen 3 Glock because my hands are too meaty and it cuts them.
but yeah, these are they're fantastic. So I'm gonna stop stumbling around these. Oh yeah, the rock's awesome, and they have a great sale on the 5.7 rock right now too. So
And
if you're looking for a 5.7,
also
yes.
before you go out to buy that, make sure that you click through our show, go to our show notes and find our affiliate link. It doesn't cost
Mm,
you anything and it helps the show.
so please do that.
Yes, do the things.
Sorry, I didn't want to get completely kilter off. I know you're usually the one to trail off, but I just saw them sitting next to me, and I couldn't resist talking about them. I mean, this pistol is fantastic, and it also, I mean, we said it takes Glock magazines, correct? I mean, we didn't say that before. We'll let you know now. So
Yep. And you know, I bought a lot of parts and
yeah,
I buy a lot of parts. And I just had a whole pile of parts come in
mm-hmm.
and none of them are exciting.
Nothing. Oh man, it's a bummer.
No, it's all like M-Lock cutie squints slink swivels.
Dude, those are exciting. Don't you lie to me. Those are exciting.
Yeah, like just stuff to make me carry my rifles gooder.
Yeah. So when they come out of the bag, you can carry them without actually carrying them.
Yeah. I mean that's I'm all about that.
Yeah.
And no, I am a huge proponent of slings and I'm also cheap. So as much as I would love to have like an amazing flatline fiber padded sling for every rifle I own,
Mm-hmm.
it is far more cost effective to have like 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of QD points where I can be like click click, hey, I got a sling from a rifle again.
Yep. I'm the same way.
Nope, so we'll be doing that. I do know that we have some other neat stuff coming up. Um, we're going to talk a little bit more about night vision at some point. We might even get into
Mm-hmm.
my my cowboy hat night vision build that I did.
It's completely stupid and asinine, but it's fantastic at the same time.
The
For
guy,
being poor.
that's why I can't afford slings, is because I own night vision.
I guess if there's a trade off, there's a trade off. So I don't know. Yeah, good times.
Yep. But we'll be talking about that. One other thing that I absolutely decided this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those like terrible financial decisions that I make
But it's gonna happen.
when I go out in public.
Okay.
I might actually have to buy myself a ballistic helmet.
Really?
Yeah.
Gonna go it all the way, huh?
Yep.
Not one of like just the ballistic baseball caps to get the full helmet.
Yeah, like not like the but like the
Yeah.
nope. I did get to see and handle, like, I'm lucky enough to have, like, on my teams, dudes who had their own that they'd already purchased. Some dudes who had some stuff
Mm-hmm.
issued to them. So I got to handle and hear like straight feedback from the field from users.
Oh, okay.
And I think I might get a hard-headed veteran's helmet. But we might be talking to them soon
Ooh.
and talk a little bit about kind of like body armor.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to get shot in the head, but I also don't want to get shot in the plate.
I've been shot, man. It's not fun.
So have I. It sucks.
Yeah, it's awful. How many hosts could say that, man? I've been shot. You guys in law enforcement? No, just idiots.
But anyway, moving on from those stories.
Yeah.
No, that's a very different thing where it's, we're talking about bags, and I got to see so many of them on display.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of like finite small gear that we have that goes through, and oh, you know what?
No, but you're gonna tell me.
Yes, we forgot to make an announcement at the beginning of the show tonight
Crap.
that we were supposed to do last week. And that is, we have patches to give away.
We do have patches to give away. That's correct.
Yep, from Patriot Patch Company. Patriot Patch Company, one of our beloved sponsors here, they are doing a celebration of the Firearms Radio Network. And if you use FRN as a coupon code, you'll get a discount and a Firearms Radio Network patch.
Thank you after that.
So, we will be in all of our shows giving patches away to the people who comment the most.
That is correct. Let's go to the polls.
So,
alrighty then.
So, well, there is still a little bit of time as we get through this, because, this will be a, obviously a listener led. So I'm sure someone will come up with something smart and spell things out.
And there they go.
Yep. So we might have a couple weeks worth of stuff to catch up on, but
Yep.
As we go through that, we will be giving them out for the rest of the month, guys. And since we missed last week where we were going to announce this, we will pick 2 winners tonight.
Oh, I think we got them already.
Yeah. And we will get your information through so that we can get you guys your patches. And remember that we are going to be keeping this up, so everyone make sure you're tuning in. We're back on Mondays. And
We are back on Mondays, and yeah.
Until something changes and we pick another night.
Which may or may not happen in the near future.
Yes. In the semi-near future. In a not separate timeline. But
there are other timelines?
I don't know. It sure seems like it. Brandon Herrera's running for Congress. That's not a joke. That's the thing. The AK guy is running for Congress. You know, we're not sending aid to fires in Maui, but we are to other places. And like, you know, cats and dogs are living together. Peanut butter's not sticking to the roof of your mouth anymore.
Yeah, it's just a crazy world, man.
It is.
Yeah, go for
it. And you know what? With the world being as crazy as it is, national security experts are warning our aging power grid is more vulnerable than ever. January marked the third time a power station in North Carolina was damaged by gunfire. Recently, authorities are saying this attack raised a new level of threat. Authorities are now checking our grid for vulnerabilities. They've identified 9 key substations. If these substations are attacked, power could be knocked out from coast to coast for up to 18 months. Imagine a blackout lasting not days, but weeks or months. Your life would be frozen in time at the moment the power fails. Lights all over the country would go out, throwing people into total darkness. And that is why having your own solar power is more important than ever. With the new Patriot Power Generator 2000X, you get a solar generator that doesn't install into your house because it's portable, and you can take it with you and even use it inside. But it is powerful enough for your phones, medical devices, and even your fridge. And right now, you can go to 4patriots.com. That's the number 4patriots.com and use code FRN to get 10% off your first purchase of anything in the store, including the Patriot Power Generator. You'll also get their famous guarantee for an entire year after your order, plus free shipping on all orders over $97. Again, go to 4patriots.com and use code FRN for 10% off. That's the number 4patriots.com and use code FRN to get yours today.
Awesome. Now, guys, the two that have been commenting the most, if you guys could drop us a line at AR-15 podcast 2.0 at gmail.com, we'll get your information through there and get your guys' patches sent out here eventually.
You guys definitely need to send us your email addresses, and we will get your information sent out. Also, as I said, I do kind of apologize for my voice. It has that extra rasp to it right now. And you know, Jed Champ Jr., if you know how to get me in touch with an audiobook or with an author that wants their audiobook done, just
oh man, he would love it. Just don't do the girl voices, okay? I hate when a guy does. Oh, it's so annoying.
But
annoying.
I would dip my toe in that arena.
Oh, I know he would. He would love it. He lives for that when we go on travel expeditions. You want to listen to an audiobook? Sure.
Would you like to listen to an audiobook that I read?
Yeah. Oh, funny. No, good times, man.
Yeah, now might be the time to record some of those commercials and bumpers we have, where I can just have the, you know, like put the spooky sounds behind it and be like, and now, in a world beyond belief.
No.
But I have nothing else really to add other than, guys, get out and train. Ammo prices are coming down. They're almost to where they were pre-pandemic. Everyone needs to train more.
Get out and do it while it's Well, it's going good right now. I should say summer's almost over, and then all of a sudden we're gonna be rolling into fall, and things are gonna get a little cold, and people are gonna complain that they didn't get out and train enough when it was hot and nice out. So start doing it now, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your guys' summer.
Yeah. And, well, again, we need to thank our buddies over at Patriot Patch Company, patriotpatch.co, for all of your morale patch needs. And, yes, everyone does need to take classes. I hopefully will be taking. I know in September I'm already taking one class,
Hmm.
and hopefully I'll be taking another one as well.
Which one is that?
A low light, no light.
Oh, that's right. You'd said something about that. I thought you were talking about maybe the one in the end of August. If
No,
we'd decided on that one or not.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make that one swing because
Okay.
I need to get some local matches still knocked out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, we had our one get canceled yesterday, so.
Yep. So we'll be doing that. I am teaching a class this weekend, and yeah, we'll be running from there. So again, Thomas and Jen Champ, you guys make sure to send us an email with your email address so we can shoot it over and get you guys your stuff taken care of.
You bet.
And
No, I don't have anything else to say.
all right, I was just going to double check on that. You can
I
find
know.
you can find us at AR-15 Podcast 2.0 on Instagram and YouTube. You can find us at AR-15 Podcast on the Facebook. And yeah, that's really all I got. So
Yeah, I'm there.
yep, and yeah, you guys out there? The email again is AR-15 Podcast 2.0. That point is a period at gmail.com. So AR-15 Podcast 2.0 at gmail.com. And you folks out there, you stay safe and stay armed.